Well, the whole point is that if athletes across the world are going to be taking sports drinks, food supplements or whatever, they need to know that the product is safe, that they're not going to be prosecuted for having a banned substance, and therefore we do need a set of clear standards. And it's quite clear in the meeting that while there is regulation in Brussels under things like the Novel Food Bill, they want to have a clear set of standards so they know when they're testing and that the product is correct and the testing levels are correct. And I'm very pleased with what I've heard. I mean, they're all speaking from the same language, they're all speaking from the understanding that they want to achieve a set of standards, and that's good. I've just left the debate a few minutes ago, and they were talking about even banned substances that can get in by cross-contamination. Now, I know a bit about cross-contamination because I'm a farmer and I know the problems of GMOs, and it's impossible to stop GMOs coming into the European Union. So the problem is, of course, when they're importing products into the European Union that may have been blended somewhere outside, how do they know that it hasn't actually been contaminated? That's just my position and the way I see it, so I understand what they're getting at. The real problem is, how do you test? And it was an interesting point. You cannot test for everything. You cannot test everything that comes in for everything. So it's a sort of a bit of a difficult situation. As long as they do a set of standard testings, then they know where they are and can take it from there.
Finally, you've spent time with HFL. It's HFL who are trying to drive through a standard at the moment.
Yeah.
Do you have confidence that they can do the job?
Absolutely, totally. I was so impressed when I went round their laboratories that I felt that we had to do something to actually push this forward. And I found myself in a situation where I was really wanting to do it because I think it's right. And I'm a sort of old man now, as you might say, but used to be very keen on sport and an athlete, although I've put a bit of weight on since, but I understand exactly. We didn't have sports supplements in those days. It was just hard training every day and keeping fit. But
I think some of your colleagues might raise their eyes at you, of all people, trying to establish a European standard.
Well, of course, absolutely. And as I said in the meeting, I said, well, of course, we don't want to see European Union dominating everything. But this isn't about the EU, it's about the security for athletes right across the world. If they know that there is a secure, safe product that has been fully tested and properly tested by a set of standards, then they know they can take it without worrying. We hear no end of cases where athletes have been caught out. Whether it's true or not, I'm quite sure a percentage of them have been inadvertently taking a banned substance, not knowing what it was. I'm sure that not everyone has taken a banned substance. So consequently, I think to give them peace of mind as well is so important. They have a job to do. They're running, they're bobsleighing, they're skiing, they're doing whatever sport they want, and they have to know that the products and drinks that they're taking and food supplements are safe and not contain banned. And this is a way of doing it, and a very good way of doing it, and the laboratory is fantastic.